money to support themselves and their loved ones. However, a transformative journey is underway, one that turns adversity into opportunity and paves the way for economic self-sufficiency.
Looking at the circumstances, they're very difficult circumstances that they've gone through or they go through, coming from the villages where they come from to the cities, Accra, Kumasi, and so on. They don't have places to stay. They are abused, and many of them have even got children, and it's a difficult life. So it's been something that I have thought about for quite some time as I've observed their circumstances. But over the years, government has not taken an interest in how to support them. And so I decided that, we should look for a way to help.
The kayayei empowerment program is a program that is really dear to my heart. The idea came from His Excellency the Vice President. One day he called me and discussed the plight of the women with me. Then I realized that he had gone out, made a promise, and then he came back to me on it again about getting a place for them. So we started working on it. We went to Agbogbloshie, Madina, Ashiama. I suggested to him that the kayayei are not only in Greater Accra, although that's the capital, so that we have most of them in here. So we decided to do Ashanti region and even Techiman, because we realized that the Techiman market, they have a lot in there.
In February 2023, the then Minister of Local Government, Honorable Danko Kubutri, inaugurated a new board and mandated me to become the chair of the board. And he gave us some clear marching orders. In the marching orders, he told us about the president's policy direction of making sure that affirmative action is instituted. Fortunately for us, along the line, His Excellency the Vice President comes along with a project wanting to train kayayei. So we quickly embraced it, and the council, executive council, directed management that they should make sure the kayayei training excels. So we're to support it with every bit of what we can to make sure the Vice President's dream comes to fruition.
The day the Vice President, D.r Bawumia, launched the kayayei empowerment program in Madina, in his delivery he mentioned that we could get these kayayei into other fields, which included moving them to drive buses. As a member of the Executive Council and being the chair for the Operations Subcommittee, and also a woman, I knew this was possible. These women could do more than we think of them, something that it would take us 20 years to do. Because of the possibilities, we've used 5 months.
GAPT originally set up as an institution to develop systems to plan, regulate, and enforce public transport related activities within the Greater Accra metropolitan area. We are also the managers of the Ayalolo service, managing the system, the Ayalolo bus system, together with the operators. Our role in this kayayei project is to coordinate all the activities to ensure that these headquarters are given the needed training to become professional drivers.
If we want to create a more inclusive society, bus driving should only be the preserve of men. The girls and the women can also do it. And the kayayei in this context are also showing that signal and then opening more opportunities. So if they can drive buses, they can drive other things, other vehicles, and so on. So it opens more opportunities and therefore makes more people willing to give them the chance to do other things. Well, I think that is very positive socially, because when you have to leave to do kayayei, you are in sort of there's not much in the community for you to do, and so you sort of say, well, I better go and do the kayayei job to survive. So they leave and come and go through very, very difficult circumstances, and nobody really cares about them. They just for head-porting jobs, and they sleep outside and all of that. But now that we've come up with this program to give them skills across, whether it's dressmaking or hairdressing, soap making, or even cake baking, pastries, they are able, to set up their own businesses, because at the end of the training, they're given, some of the tools to do these businesses. And so the demonstration effect in terms of the societal effect which you are asking about is huge.
This opportunity has changed my life, because at first I was depending on only the things that I was carrying at the market. But now, when I came here, I'm getting something more, twice or thrice than what I was getting at the market. And it is really helping me.
Society, the brave science, they see on the outside. About so dear, we are doing it is society brave, our bravo. In our friend, I be here, who could be a Ukrainian, and now there may be better to afar, and Sana with now couple. Into and it is a created brave, and no moon Albania will be on it, maybe I did to better. Baby, Albania school fees and college school fees in I know
as an institution, inclusivity is key to us, and there are measures in place to get our female directors, especially, very comfortable when they are here. There is more like gender mainstreaming, and we've put in measures to ensure that the ladies are comfortable.
As GAPTI, what we've done is that the Executive Council has directed the management of the Alolo bus service, and because of the affirmative action, by the end of 2025, the ratio between the male drivers and the female drivers should be at least 70 male, 30 female.
Empowering these women means that they can now afford to provide for their families, to provide for their